Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Code Fusion Hub. In this lecture, we are going to study about what is View Child Decorator. So in case if you have missed my previous videos of these advanced concepts, that is what are array functions, what are string functions, and what is input output decorator, then be sure to check it out and catch up with those videos as well. As always, don't forget to stay engaged by participating in the quizzes I'll be including after each topic. And in today's lecture, we'll be exploring these topics that are about view child. Okay. So let's see what a view child means actually. It allows you to obtain a reference of any component. Okay. It gives you the instance of any component, the template of any component that you want to. Okay. Suppose if you have a parent component and you want the instance of a child component. So you can create that using this view child decorator. So this allows us to have seamless communication between the two components. So let's have a practical example over on this to have a more clear understanding. So here I am having a parent component and a child component. So in case if you don't have those, just generate two components. So name one as parent and another one as child. Okay, I want that you have to practice along with me. Okay, so just don't blindly watch the videos. That doesn't make any sense, right? You have to have hands-on practice. Pause the video or watch the video for once and then sit back and try it on your own, but just try and practice it on your own as much as you can. Okay, so this is this child component and this is my parent component over here. I have created both of them, and in this I am going to create a reference. Okay, so now this view child decorator is used to access a reference to any element, directive, or a component, you can say. This reference can be used to interact with or manipulate some properties or the methods that you want from them. Okay, so this is commonly used for accessing the child components, the DOM elements, etc. So now I have this parent component, okay, and I want to create the instance of this child component into my parent component. Okay, so for that we are going to use the view child decorator to create an instance over here. So let's have a look that how do we do that over here. Suppose first of all, in this child component, suppose I have a child property. Okay, and let's say it is a string over here, and I am giving the value as hello from child. Okay, so this is the property that I am initializing over here. And next I am initializing a method. Okay, this is the child method. And I am logging the value over here, say stating that this method is from the child component. Okay, so I have created a property into the child component stating that this is a hello from the child. And I have created a method over here stating that this method is from this child component. Okay, so we'll go into the parent component now, and now I want to access those properties and methods of the child component into my parent component. So first of all, what I'll do is open my HTML of this parent component over here. And in this, I'll call the selector of child component. Okay. And I think so I have to include it over here also. Yes, I haven't. So I have to include the child component in my imports to in order to access the child component, right? So this is a child component. I have called the selector over here. Now I want to access the properties, the methods that have been written. I have to create an instance of that component here. So what I'll do over here is I'll just use the view child decorator. So for that, view child will get it from Angular core. Okay. So for that, we'll get our view child from Angular core. Okay. And it will be followed by this. Now here I will be writing the child component, okay, that I want to create a instance of. And to access it, suppose I am giving it as this, okay. So we'll just write here the child component that we want to access. So this is nothing but the child component that we have initiated here in our view child in order to create an instance of this component over here. Now, in order to access the properties and methods, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my life cycle hooks. In case if you haven't got the understanding about what are life cycle hooks and how do we use them, then you can view the playlist which is for the foundational concepts that I have created for Angular beginners. You can just have a look and go through that concepts thoroughly because you need to have clear understanding on this. Okay, so I am taking the child property over here, and now how do I access the property? Okay, now I have this child component, okay, that I have created an instance of. Okay, this is the child component. I have created the instance of child component using this view child. So I can access this using the property that I have defined as child component. So what I'll do is access that using this child component, the property that I have defined over here. From this, what I want is there are two things, that is the property and that is there is a method. Only two things I have defined in my child over here. First of all, I'll get this property. Okay, so it will get me the value of the property that is in the child component. And next, I'll get the child method over here. Okay, so I can access the child method same way, and I have to just click on this method. Okay, now so there is no need of giving the curly brackets over here. Okay, because I'm creating the instance and accessing it. Okay, so I don't have to give round brackets over here to access those methods also. So I'm just accessing the child component that I have defined over here, the property that I have defined over here. From there, I'll be getting the child method that is initiated into my child component. Okay, so the property is here, that is hello from the child, the property that I have defined in the child component. And second one is the method that I have called from the second one is the method that I have called from the child component. Okay, so I am getting the view over here, the instance over here into my parent component itself. Okay, so I don't need to write this all again, and I can just access it whenever I want by creating just the instance using this view child. Okay, so I can access all the properties, all the methods that are present in the child component into this parent component using this view child decorator, as it creates the instance of the child component over here. So it gives me the property, it also gives me the value of the method that I have over here. Okay, so this gave me the whole method that I had written into my child component. Okay, so this was about what is a view child decorator. So in the child component, we declared the property and the method, and using this view child decorator, we created the instance within the parent component, and inside this life cycle hook, okay, which is called after the view and the child components have been initialized, we can safely access these properties and these methods of this child component, and we have logged the value also over here. Okay, so yeah, this was about the view child, and this is done for the seamless communication and interaction between the parent and the child components in any Angular application, as the parent component gains all the access of the child's properties and methods. So now let's have a look at the quiz questions now. What happens if a view child does not find a matching element or a component? Okay, so try to figure it out and try to answer the question on your own by pausing the video. So the correct answer is it returns null. Okay, so if you are defining any component into the view child that is not present in your current Angular application, so it would return a null value because it couldn't find the component that you defined over here, okay, in the Angular application, which was not matching over here. Okay, so it would return a null value. So this was all about the view child decorator. In the next lecture, we'll be seeing the content child decorator, how to use and how to access that. In case if you like the video, then do hit the like button and share it with all your friends and colleagues. Make sure you have subscribed to my channel and stay tuned with the series for further videos, and please try to complete the whole series to master the Angular code. And there are more upcoming projects as well, so stay tuned for that also. If any comments, if any suggestions, you can give it all in the comment section below. It is highly appreciated. Any suggestions also. I'll see you guys in the next lecture. Till then, take care. Bye bye.